Okay, we are live, sister. So,
I am ready. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria from Cooking with Gloria. Today I am making a very delicious mini apple pies for my kids. It's nice and cold here in California. It's actually raining outside. And I said, why not share with you the mini apple pies I make here at home with delicious apples. I have 3 apples, 1 small lemon, 1 egg, cinnamon, granulated sugar, and these are the utensils I'm going to use. This is to make the decoration on the puff pastry. I have a knife, the peeler, to put everything here, and of course I have my puff pastry. Are you ready to enjoy these delicious mini apple pies? Well, I'm going to put here my puff pastry right on the side, and I'm going to add my cinnamon to my granulated sugar. This dessert is very easy to prepare at home. I have 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, I have 1 egg, and this is going to be for the egg wash, just on top of my puff pastry. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it just like this. Very easy to mix. Once you start making this delicious puff pastry mini apple pies, you guys are going to love it. And of course, the kids are really going to enjoy them. Well, I'm gonna put this aside and let me start cutting my apples. I'm gonna cut the sides first, just like this, and then I'm gonna start peeling them. The reason that I have a lemon, a little small lemon, is so that when it's nice and peeled, I'm just gonna drizzle it on top so the apple doesn't start getting brown. That's exactly what we don't want. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave my lemon there, and I'm gonna start peeling my apple. You could use any kind of apples you have at home. You could use the really bright red apples or even the green ones. They're a little tart, but I'm here using this delicious apple. It's nice and sweet, but yet it's not too tart of an apple. Once I peeled it just like this, I'm gonna go ahead, cut it through the center, and I'm gonna take the core out. Just like this, look. Look at this. Okay, let me do the same thing to the next one. This is very easy. Just be careful. And once this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the rest of the apples. I want my brother to show you the little decorations I got for Christmas, for the holiday. So when all my family comes over, they could see this beautiful decoration I have here on my kitchen. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. It just looks amazing. And behind me, I have a totally different one. Come and see. Of course, that my pumpkins are still here. Thanksgiving is already over, but Christmas is almost here. Look at this beautiful white candle and the crystal on the bottom. This crystal, if you had any kind of plate, like a red plate, it'll actually give the crystal a different color. I want to share with you everything I have here at home so that you could see it. The holidays are here. If you would love to send me a postcard, I have my P.O. box here. And these little decorations, two of my subscribers from Guatemala sent me these 2 beautiful decorations. I would love if you send me a postcard. Believe me, I will send you one back. Well, now that my apple is nice and peeled, I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon. You just drizzle a little bit. You don't need to drizzle too much. This is so that the apple doesn't start getting brown, because that's exactly what you don't want. You don't want an apple that is brown. You want an apple that looks beautiful. And of course, it's gonna taste delicious. Let me go ahead and remove this from here. We're not gonna use this anymore. Okay, and now I'm gonna start by cutting my apple. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna start slicing it just like this. You don't want it too thick. You wanna make sure that it fits really nicely in your puff pastry. Remember, the puff pastry, you could use it as thick or as thin, but I'll show you right now. I like to cut my apples like this. Not too thick, maybe like 1/2 inch, I think. Just like that. If you like your apples a little thicker, go ahead. Leave them a little thicker. But if not, just slice them just the way I'm doing it right here. And this little mini puff pastry, they come out so delicious that I know you guys are going to love it. Here at home, my kids really enjoy them, especially in this cold weather, because it's been raining, it's really cold. The mountains around my area are full of ice. They just look amazing. Well, I have here my puff pastry. Remember that your puff pastry, you could find it in your local stores. You could find it in Walmart. It's a little more economic in the freezer section where they have the apple pies and all the crust and the pizza crust. That's where you'll find the puff pastry. The one I bought comes already in squares. But there's one that comes in large sheets, where 2 sheets in one little box. That's the perfect one. And this one, I'm just gonna cut through the middle, just like this. I'm gonna put one aside, and I am using this decoration. I got it in Amazon, and you could Google it and find it. There's different prices. This one is made out of metal, but there's plastic ones. But I like this one because you really wash it. Look at this. You could really wash it really good, and it'll be in your kitchen for a very, very long time.
So it's a roller, and it's also a cutter, and it's cut at a different shape.
Yes.
So there are different shapes you can cut.
Let me show you. Put it in the center, and then gradually put your finger on the back and gradually just go around it, just like this. What I like to do is just go ahead and do it right on the top, just to make sure that everything cuts through. Because sometimes, even with that, sometimes you want to pull it apart and it won't even pull apart. So that's why I like to, before I even try it, I like to do this. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Look at this. The puff pastry, it's such a delicious pastry. And the good thing about it is you could find it anywhere, and you could really put anything inside them, even make little pumpkin pies, pumpkin desserts. That's what I like. Look at this. I'm going to start pulling it apart, and look what a beautiful decoration. Look at this. I'm going to cut these 2 that didn't even went through, just so that you see. That's why I always like to just be on the safe side. Look at the decoration that it becomes. And now with this one, I'm going to leave it just the way it is. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and look at this. I'm going to start organizing just like this. I'm going to start organizing my apples. I want the kids, when they start eating this, I want them to, in every bite, they get this delicious apple flavor. Look at this. I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle a little bit. You don't want to sprinkle too much. Just a little bit is fine. And we're going to go ahead and just cover it with the other piece. Just like this. Pinch the sides. Why am I pinching the sides? So when you put it in the oven, it doesn't open up. It doesn't get the apples out of this delicious puff pastry. After you do this, I'm going to go ahead. I have a baking dish. At this moment, you want to have your oven preheated to 400 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay it here. You don't need to grease your pan. Let me show you the way I do it. I'm going to get my little squares. Cut it right through the center.
Lupita says hi.
Hello, Lupita. I am sharing with you a very delicious mini pie. Here at home with this cold weather, the kids really enjoy it. I'm gonna just go over it just to make sure, Lupita, that everything is really nice and sliced. Because this decoration you could even use in the larger pies when we make those delicious pies for our families. You know something? Christmas is right around the corner. And let's enjoy and make these delicious desserts. Especially that they don't take too long to make. Let me show you the decoration, Carlos. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful this looks. Even I'll just leave it here so that you could see it. Look how beautiful that looks. And here on the other side, I'm going to start laying my pieces of apple. And I like to be generous with the apple, so when the kids really bite into it, they get a piece of apple in every bite. I'm going to add my cinnamon right on the top, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and just cover it.
Aurora says, hi, Gloria. Hi, Carlos.
Hello, Aurora. Thank you for being here. I'm just showing you this delicious little dessert that my kids really love. And I said, why not go live and show you how I do it? Let me go ahead and just lay it here and you could show it to her. You just have to be a little patient when you're doing your puff pastry. And remember that the puff pastry needs to be nice and cold. Really nice and cold. It looks amazing, huh, Carlos?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Look at this. I just go over it to make sure that I get that beautiful design right on the top. With these desserts, you know, sometimes we're cooking for a lot of members in our family, and this dessert makes it so easy to enjoy a delicious dessert with the hot chocolate, with the delicious cocoa. On this side, I'm gonna go ahead and start laying my apples. And I really wanna be generous so when the kids start biting into it, they get a piece of apple on every bite. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the cinnamon right on the top, just like that. And now I am ready to cover it. Look how beautiful this looks. So easy to prepare. Why go outside and buy them when you could make them at home and do whatever design you desire? Okay. And after this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and just add the egg wash right on the top. Just make sure that you don't get it on the baking dish, or else they're gonna stick when they come out of the oven. I'm just gonna add a little bit right on the top, just like this. You don't need too much. Just a little bit of egg wash and they are done. Remember, preheat your oven to 400 Fahrenheit. And through the magic of YouTube, let me show you. Let me show you the final, look at this, the final dessert. This looks amazing, delicious, and of course, homemade. You know something? I want to try it, and I want to say thank you for being here. But I want to try it so that you see how delicious and crispy this is. Excuse me. Delicious. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you give it a try. Enjoy it with your family like I enjoy it with my family. Kisses for you. Remember, before I say goodbye, peace and love. I'll see you soon on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.